90-day fiancé couple David Toborowski and his pregnant wife Annie Suwon have relocated to Thailand, and something about the sudden move suggests the pair's relationship could be in trouble. David and Annie and their 24-year age gap were the storyline for 90-Day Fiancé Season 5. David was a big red flag because of his divorce and the health and money problems that had followed him since. He was estranged from his kids and seemed to have an alcohol problem. Annie still chose to marry David and came to the U.S. on a K-1 visa. Life didn't magically change for her and David after Annie moved to America. It took them years to become stable in the U.S. Fans have tracked their progress through social media and watched them get cast in multiple 90-Day Fiancé seasons and spin-offs, get thousands of cameo requests, become Instagram influencers, etc. David and Annie seem to have started investing and saving better too. However, it appears 2024 didn't end on a good note for the parents-to-be. David and Annie are spending time in Thailand. Have David and Annie left America for good? In late November 2024, David shockingly announced that he was going back to Thailand with a very pregnant Annie. David shared a picture of the photograph required for his Thailand visa and wrote that he was ready for the trip. David revealed that they have 2 condos in Thailand and were heading there to spend the rest of Annie's pregnancy. Annie is currently 6 months pregnant, yet David assured his fans that it was safe for Annie to fly. He even revealed that their daughter would get dual American and Thai citizenship. David whisked Annie off to South Korea as she made a stop on their way to America, so she could celebrate her 32nd birthday and baby boom there. The couple even met 90-Day Fiancé co-star Ji-hoon Lee in Seoul amid facing backlash for being friends with him. Annie is expecting her baby to arrive in March 2025, which means the couple will be spending the next 4 months at least in Annie's country. Still, they have fans convinced they aren't filming a new season of David and Annie after the 90 days there. It was because of what happened on the show that Annie is now having a baby of her own. It became impossible for Annie's brother and cousin sister to move to the U.S., and Annie got baby fever, making David, who'd had a vasectomy in the past, turn to IVF as an option. They started their journey in January 2024, and by June 2024, Annie announced she was going to be a mother. David and Annie are now going to find out what it is like to become parents together. Their decision to never have kids due to their age gap changed drastically, but it was only fair for them to start a family now that they were successful in life. Annie and David have struggled financially on the show, with them living in a storage unit at one point in time. Surely they couldn't have had a baby at the time. Things started changing for David and Annie once they became popular on Pillow Talk. Money now comes in through various sources. However, their decision to leave the U.S. and have a baby in Thailand was unexpected. Annie may miss her homeland. However, David will probably miss America. Just before David revealed their plans to move to Thailand, Annie had disclosed she was dealing with health issues. Annie had back pain, and David had tried to help her out by getting her a belt for her back support. In November 2024, 90-Day Fiancé alum Annie shared a photograph from her grandmother's funeral. Annie celebrated her grandmother's long and fulfilling life, but seemed to be saddened by the fact that her grandma was never going to meet her child. It had taken Annie 7 years to experience motherhood, and she would be trying her best to not let her mental health or happiness get affected by the feelings of grief due to her grandmother's death. It could have been a last-minute decision by David to take Annie back home so she could spend time with her loved ones. In his effort to make Annie's pregnancy a smooth-sailing one, David has been making sacrifices that involve him leaving behind his country and the comforts of the U.S. David and Annie may want a cheaper lifestyle. Are David and Annie facing money problems again? There are chances that David and Annie have moved to Thailand because they aren't able to afford the lifestyle they want in America. David and Annie rose out of major financial issues to build their dream life together in the last few years. Their biggest achievement could have been the Fountain Hills-based 2,219 square foot, 4-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom townhome they bought for over $550,000. But David recently launched a real estate career which might not have been as successful as he wanted it to be. David had already proved his selling skills weren't quite up to the mark on 90-Day Diaries when he tried to sell a Thailand condo to Sumit Singh and Jenny Slaughton. The 90-Day Fiancé star was recently spotted selling the same apartment on Instagram, suggesting times were tough for him. The added cost of the IVF treatment, flights to Los Angeles for doctor appointments, etc. may have taken a toll on him. While David might not admit it to protect his reputation, he could be facing money problems. Hence the move to Thailand.